Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for joining me. We're going to be taking a closer look today at the architectural presets and brushes that are available for purchase in the digital shop at the Grove's website. And I wanted to show you guys what these presets do and what the brushes do because I legitimately use these presets on a nearly daily basis. And even when I'm editing photos that I take for interior designers, whether it's designers or it's for real estate listings or vacation rentals, I find myself using these presets. Now, when I use it for real estate and vacation rentals, they tend to be the bulk of my editing is with these presets alone. When I'm doing designer photos, they are the base of my edits. And then from the presets, I will then do my own adjustments and add gradient filters and brushes and all sorts of little tweaks and fine tuning. But I always end up starting with the presets, almost always. So I find them so incredibly useful that I want to show you guys what they do and how they work and how they can make a difference. And I'm excited to show you guys today because there are actually three presets here, the details, indoor, outdoor, and interiors too, which are going to be added to the original architectural bundle. So I'm very excited. Those are the ones that I find myself now using pretty much consistently with anything interior. And the exterior preset we'll look at. We'll try it on a couple of photos, but that one I only use for exterior stuff. But the other three, the three new ones, I use those suckers all the time. I'm super excited to show you guys how they work. So we're going to start with this sample photo. Now this photo has already been um, processed through Lightroom in terms of having its layers merged. So I believe there were 2 or 3 different frames for this one, and I took the raw images from Lightroom and I took them to Photoshop. I blended the layers as I needed, and then I brought it back into Lightroom. So this is already blended, but it hasn't had any other editing done to it. So there's been no adjustments to it whatsoever. For all of these photos, the very first thing you want to do, of course, is make sure that you have your profile corrections set so that it corrects any sort of distortion or vignetting from the lens that you're using. And then I like to straighten my lines. You can either do the auto, or which barely did anything, or you can also do it manually, which I like to do as well. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to leave it on auto for correcting the lines. So that's the only thing that's been done to it. For an interior space, I would probably first go to the interiors to clean and brighten. And I want to show you, so that's with it applied. That's the original. So it makes a really nice big difference. It makes everything bright, but not too bright. Now, if you have a space that, for example, if I'm in this room and I'm looking more towards the outside where I have these large openings to the backyard, if there's more of an indoor-outdoor connection, I may use the indoor-outdoor preset. And you can see that one's a little bit more subtle. You can kind of see there before and after. And that one I feel has a little bit more of an HDR sort of look to it. For this space, I'm going to choose the Interiors 2 preset, and already a whole lot better. But there are still tweaks that I want to make. So one thing I'm noticing is that around the deeper part of the living room here, there is some bluer light that is falling on the walls and on the ceiling up here. So I'm going to go to my brushes, and I'm going to, now there are 4 architectural brushes that come with the set, and I'm going to go to the one for warmer light because I have cool areas in the photo, so I want to warm them up. Now these brushes are really basic, but they are fantastic for shortcuts specifically for architectural needs. So I am going to go a little lighter on the warmth of this brush. Now, the great thing about the brushes is, of course, it gives you a setting when you first select it. So I select the warmer light brush and it jumps to 20 on the temperature, 20 in the yellow direction. But for a lot of cases, for example, in here, it's going to probably be too yellow. So you can see I'm going to apply it there and it's feeling a little too yellow. All of these brushes are adjustable. You can adjust those in any direction you want. So for example, I'm going to go down to about, let's leave it at about 10. And I'm going to do slight red. Just kind of feels like it needs that. And you can adjust these however you need for that photo. It doesn't change the actual brush file. It doesn't change anything in the settings. It just changes it for that one brush application. So here I've applied it now to those areas that seemed a little bit bluer, and that's already feeling a whole lot better, much more even. So let me see if I can get a before and after for you guys. So big difference right there. And the only thing I used was my interiors 2 preset with the warmer light brush. That's the only thing that's been used. And already huge difference. So that's one of them. Let's jump over to an exterior example. So here's a shot of a lovely backyard with loads of seating. And this happened to be for a vacation rental. It was just a very lovely vacation rental, very nicely fixed up. And this shot I really liked because it showed a lot of the seating. It showed the hammock in the back, the lushness of the landscaping. Now again, you want to do your profile corrections for your lens. Straighten out any lines. I had to do a little bit manually here because those columns were throwing it off. And I'm going to jump to exterior. Now you'll notice for all of the presets here, you have a clean one, like a basic middle of the road, and then you have one that's for brighter and then one for darker. So this is depending on how your original photo was exposed. If you exposed it a little too bright, then you'll want to go to clean and darken. If you exposed it a little bit too dark, you'll want to go to clean and brighten. And if you're happy with the exposure overall, you can just go to the one that says clean. So we're going to go to that one for this. Now, let me see, before and after. This one is a little bit more subtle, but what I love about the exteriors is that they don't need anything dramatic. It's about really punching up the color in the right way, warming up those shadows, and giving it that extra bit of pop. So you can see the before and after right there. And go back to here. And let's see, for the brush, I don't really need to do a whole lot. We'll brighten some shadows. So this is just for the sake of the example, but say for example, I wanted to brighten some shadows here, kind of really make everything feel a little bit more bright and even. Now, this is set again a little bit stronger than I would probably like. And for this one, it's got a few adjustments that have been made that are part of the brush. So I'm going to darken the shadows a little bit, and that to me feels a little bit better already, a little more natural. So now we're going to go to before and after. Subtle but very impactful, and that's the idea of these presets and brushes. Is I'm not trying to get your photos to look fake. I'm not trying to get them to look like they have been over processed. I want them to look and feel natural, but in a very professional and polished way. That's always the goal. So let's do one more. Let's see, let's go to this one. This was a beautiful, beautiful space. And again, we're going to have our profile correction already done. And I put it on auto for correcting the verticals, the lines. And this one did have a couple of layers blended. I think I had one for this exterior view that got blended with the actual interior of the room. That's the only thing that's been done to it. So we're gonna go to, I think I'm gonna try the indoor outdoor. Let's try that. So you can see that kind of brightened up the inside a little bit, tightened it up. That's one option. Here is the interiors too. Now this is really nice and bright. Might be a little bit too bright for what we're wanting in this space. It feels like there are areas that are a little too blown out. You do have the original interior presets, and you can go with these as well. I think I'm going to do the indoor outdoor, and then maybe add a little bit of brush to here. So we're going to go to, let's see, let's do a little cooler light, because I do see, and actually I'm going to do the brush as a gradient. So this is another little tip of mine. These brushes are, well, any brushes that you have can be used with any of the tools up here. So you can use it as a radial gradient or as a linear gradient, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm seeing that this whole right side here is quite warm compared to this left side of the photo. So I'm going to go with my gradient filter, and that feels a little bit too cool. So I'm going to adjust that brush until it feels right. Let's go around there. So we're going to leave that right there. And then I'm going to do a new brush, but I'm going to pop over to the selective adjustments, and let's brighten up some shadows. And I know I'm not going to want it to be too bright. Okay, so let's brighten up this door area, for example, just a little bit, and maybe this art piece, maybe this whole area. So you can see how these tools, although very small set of tools and relatively basic, are specifically useful for architectural and interior photos. Now this whole photo overall seems a little bit warm, so I'm going to actually do the master temp control right there, and that feels much better to me. And then I'm going to dehaze a touch. There we go. So I did almost no adjustments outside of presets and brushes. This was using the indoor outdoor preset, and then we used I customized the Brighten Shadows brush, and we did a gradient for a cooler light. We did a cooler light on that one. And then I slightly adjusted the light temperature and dehaze overall. And that's it. So in the time of this video, I've edited 3 photos, and they would be absolutely presentable to clients. And it's been using almost exclusively presets and brushes. So I hope that this gives you a little bit of clarity on what these amazing presets and brushes can do to speed up your workflow, because really it's all about making your life easier on the back end so that you can better serve your clients. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to the Groves YouTube channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.